What's up, Mr. ZUP Board? We had a good day or what?
Oh, it was awesome, Kristi. Thank you.
Well, I'm Kristi Overton Johnson, helping you have victory every season of your life. And Mr. Glen here, creator of the awesome ZUP Board, has helped our kids today at InHisWakes have victory. In a lot of rough conditions, they've skied around some, zupped around some alligators, and
Oh, they're small alligators. They're really small.
It was a good day. This morning when we were doing our opener, you spoke just for a second, and you told the story about when you started the ZUP Board company, and you didn't know how you were going to launch it. And you approached my father, Parker Overton, at Overton's, and you asked them...
Shout out, Parker.
Yeah, asked them to help launch the board. And you said, Kristi's dad helped me get this company launched and to sell the product. And now it's come around full circle, and now you are giving back to us.
Full circle. I just got chills.
And now you're
so
helping our ministry. I think you just gave us like 16 boards or something amazing that we're using all over the country, and we just want to say thank you.
Yeah, thank you to Nate for trusting that, to give it a try and having success and letting us be part of your mission, because that was how we invented it. It was our mission to serve these kids. And once we found it working for us, we wanted to share it with everyone. So we're very grateful that we get to be here.
What's it like today? There's a young boy, Ernest, and Ernest would not go out all day. He did ride a tube, but he was just petrified. And we finally got him out there, and to see him out on your product, something you said this morning, you said, I prayed and asked the Lord to give me a vision and a design for something that everybody could ride and have success. Yeah. And so we watched someone like Ernest today who can't swim, who's petrified of the water, scared to death to get out there, but yet with some encouragement and just seeing that other people were able to have success over and over again, he had the courage to do it and asked to go a second time. How does that make you feel?
Well, so Tim and I sat down and we were struggling with this problem, and so I don't take credit for it. It was almost an accident that God let us see his vision, because Tim thought I said, Tim, I love standing up on a knee board and doing all these tricks and all of this stuff, and he misunderstood. I didn't say that. So he said, throw the board in the water, I'll ride it. And I threw it in, he jumped in, he rode it exactly the way I described what I wanted to do for these kids.
But you couldn't do it.
And I couldn't do it. So I was shocked. I'm like, Tim, how did you do it? He goes, well, if you said you could do it, I figured I could. The power of encouragement to say you can is what created the You Got This board, that my daughter came up with that name, which encourages people. And they don't know if they can, but if you tell them they can, you speak words of encouragement into them, they can. Mm-hmm. And we prayed over it and said, if this is meant to be, it'll grow. If it's not, we'll do something different.
Yeah, and it's growing. And so there's been several things today as I'm always watching and analogies come up. And one thing that's amazing to me is here you are, the creator of the board with a great team. I'm sure it just wasn't you. You have this amazing team.
Phenomenal.
But I'm in the boat and I'm like telling you how to use your board, and you're like, oh.
That's another one. So you get a pro and an ignorant guy and put them together, who knows what you're going to find.
But I thought how easy, and I wasn't doing it in an arrogant way. I was like, hey, feed them out from here, do this, just because we've worked with 20,000 kids and we know what works really well for our group and the children that we're working with that are very unfamiliar with water. And I was just smiling. I'm like, what a humble guy to take advice from someone who didn't create that board. You know what that board does. And I think that's one reason God is able to use you so much, is because of your humility. And then to look at a ZUP board and look at ski boats and look at my skiing and to see how God uses everything. He uses a board for us to give victory to kids to do something that they never would have had victory doing. And it's not just about them zupping today. It's not about them tubing today or riding in some fancy wakeboard boat. It's about them experiencing something new, having victory, and then realizing, you know what, there's a power source that is ready to take them on an adventure of a lifetime. And God, people a lot of times think, how can I touch a life? Well, can you go out and swim with somebody? Can you go out and ZUP board with somebody? Can you give someone a smile? Can you do something?
Speak of one word of encouragement that maybe they never heard before.
So we just want to say thank you for the ZUP board. Thank you for your generosity. And if you don't have a ZUP board, what's up with that? How can they get one?
Shout out Parker and Ryan and Boogie and Ike and Vernon at Overton's. You guys check out overtons.com.
So that's where, is that where they can get them?
That's where they can get them.
Overtons.com. You hear that?
Kristi
Okay.
Overton. She didn't even know that. Awesome.
Thank you.